is so exceptional, and I can't wait to see how they're growing excellence today and each and every day in the comfort of a home as they learn to do hard things. Every day is Thanksgiving for Gigi. Oh, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a turkey one. Thank you, Mr. G.
You back? You got my hand again.
He's right here. Come on, join the feast. Come on, you gotta get in here. It's a part of it, I promise you. Why would we ever be upset that Jose showed up?
And that looks good.
Okay, so now when we think about Thanksgiving, we think about the time of year that it is and gratitude. For what do you want to express gratitude?
Well, let me say this. I'm very pleased and happy. It's been a great ride here. I'm very grateful for all these wonderful years here at Holton-Arms.
I'm thankful for my family.
Your family.
I'm thankful for my friends.
Your friends.
I'm grateful for the teachers who teach me.
Your teacher.
I'm grateful for my family.
Family.
I'm thankful for my family.
I'm grateful for my Holton community and family. I'm also grateful for my parents, my family, and my friends.
I am grateful every day to come to work with beautiful, confident people who exemplify the things that I want to see in the world.
I'm grateful for the lasting connections I've made over the past 15 years with my players and the relationships that we have created through sports.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for my family, my friends, my whole community, my field hockey team. I hope you have a wonderful break that's filled with fun, food, and some relaxation.
I will say, Holton is so grateful when we have graduates of our institution coming back and spreading the good things that they learned here for the next generation. So thank you for being a legendary educator.
Oh, thank you.
So what are you grateful?
I was going to say I'm grateful for all the teachers who supported me here at Holton. And it would be remiss to say I'm incredibly grateful for my students and the families I work with. I'm grateful for having such wonderful coworkers. It's really great to have a group of people, some that went to high school with my mom and some that just got out of school, and we make wonderful work here together for the kids, and I appreciate them.
As our lead volunteers for Holton-Arms, this time of year, we're wondering for what you are thankful. And if you would share that with us, please.
We are thankful. I am thankful for the whole Holton team that's taking such great care of our girls and enriching their lives.
Well, I was just told I was doing this about 2 seconds ago, but I'm going to piggyback on that, and I'm going to say that to watch the team come together with a new head in a new space and the opportunity that it has just seemed to open up opportunities in all sorts of this institution has just been really exciting, and the energy that's behind that has just been incredible to witness. So I'm thankful for that.
When I think about gratitude, one of the things that comes to mind is feeling lifted and joyous after I practice gratitude.
I'm so thankful for my wonderful coworkers, and I'm thankful that the students are back in the Learning Commons. It's been great. So just so happy to have them.
So thankful that our cafe, our beautiful new cafe, is open, and students were just here for after school break and enjoying all our delicious treats.
We are grateful for the fact that this group was so flexible for so long.
I'm really grateful for Brown House, and just knowing that my daughter is in good hands while I'm at work. It's really wonderful.
I'm grateful for my family,
Your dad.
books,
Your book.
my dolls,
And your doll. And who's next to you?
and my friends.
And your friends. And what do you come to school? Who teaches you at school?
My teacher.
Are you grateful?
Yes.
I'm grateful for Miss Gracie. Very. Are you?
I'm grateful for my family and my dad.
And your dad? Yes.
I have a new dad.
You have a new dad.
Yes.
Do you want me to ask you a question about your new dad?
Evan, what is your favorite thing about your new bed?
My sheets.
Your... No way, your sheets have puffs on it? My sheets are just plain white. How did you get sheets with puffs on it?
I don't know.
Is that I get to come to school every day and make music with my students, and they always bring a smile to my face. It's just a really joyful experience.
I'm grateful for my partner and her family.
I'm grateful for the enthusiasm and curiosity that my students bring every day at Holton.
Lo que disfruto cada día y que me hace feliz es que las alumnas exploran su creatividad, su inspiración y están creciendo cada día como grandes diseñadoras y como estudiantes.
I'm thankful for getting older, because when you get older, you care less what other people think.
I'm thankful for this space. I'm thankful that I got invited to be a part of this community 12 years ago, and I feel more and more a part of it almost every day that I'm here.
I'm extremely thankful for two things this year. One is all my current and former students. Every interaction I have with them, whether when I'm teaching or when I hear from an alum, just makes my day. And the other is my colleagues who are so incredibly supportive and encourage me.
What brings me joy is that
First of all, but I'm particularly thankful for my students, both past and present, because they teach me so much about how to be an effective teacher. And it's a gift to be a part of their journey in their life, that hopefully they will take a little piece of me into the future, even when I'm not here.
I'm grateful for the ability to go to school, especially since my mom went here too, so I think that's really cool. And I'm a dog.
And how quick? How much? This is really like surface level, but I'm grateful for the stairwell opening up again. It saved me so much time, and it's just a lot more convenient, and I really missed it. Farewell. They matter.
I'm grateful for how supportive and welcoming my Holton teachers are, especially coming back in from the weekend, seeing all the smiling faces in the morning. I'm especially grateful for my family, specifically my parents and my sisters and my aunt. I'm grateful to be able to laugh with my favorite people here every day.
I'm grateful for the class of 2025. I'm so excited to be going into adulthood.
I'm grateful for the supportive, warm community that we have here, and for the parents who brought in those debates earlier. Hi, I'm grateful for our school security. I'm grateful for the help of my family and friends. I'm grateful for the supportiveness of my family and friends. I'm grateful for my family, my friends, my brother, my dog.
I'm grateful for the folks at Maryland Godfrey who give us this fantastic lunch every day.
I'm grateful for my friends that I've made at Holton.
I'm grateful for my younger sibling and
Good morning. It is so exciting to be here giving thanks. And so this morning, I want to say I am grateful to be your MC for this hallowed Thanksgiving assembly at Holton-Arms. Grateful that I have the opportunity to be part of how we give thanks and how we show gratitude to the people in the communities who mean the most to us. I'm also grateful for all the ways that I have been able to grow here already and to see each of you grow in this community, and the ways that I have been inspired and have discovered new and surprising things about the people here and have felt really connected to a tradition of community here at Holton. So I am grateful for all of that, and I know we're all grateful for a break that will start in just a couple of hours. So throughout this next 45 minutes or so, we're going to hear and practice gratitude both as individuals and as a collective community. In a moment, we're going to hear from Mrs. Evans, who's going to share some reflections. She's also going to lead us through an activity involving the cards that you may have received on your way in the door here. We're going to hear from our all-school chorus, our lower school, middle school, and upper school chorus, all singing together. It's going to be incredibly moving, and I'm so excited for us to have that experience together. We have 3 students, one from each division, who are going to share gratitude testimony with us this morning. And finally, we have Mr. Bob Tuck and the community band, who are going to perform this year's rendition of All the Good People. I'll cue that up when we're ready to go. But first up, I am delighted to introduce our head of school, Mrs. Evans.
May we raise the screen at this moment so that my dear colleague, Ms. Egan, can see? Thank you. Good morning, Panthers. It's great to be with you. I know it's a lot of us in here, which is a great thing that we're gathering in together to strengthen our community. This morning we purposely connect. We're living our school's mission. Why we exist is our school's mission, and it helps us consider how we use and prioritize the valuable time that we have together. So we know that coming together in gatherings, such as our Thanksgiving program, is cherished and has been at Holton for quite some time. It's important for us to take pause and enjoy being together. Does anyone in the audience want to raise a paw and see if they remember what a claw is? A claw? Do you think we're a claw? I think we're a huge claw. We're a huge group of Panthers in here today. So as you know, Holton's mission calls us to cultivate the unique potential of young women through an education not only of the mind, but of the soul and of the spirit. And certainly gathering is good for the mind, the soul, and the spirit. Today's program is to call on each and every one of us to use our minds. I hope each of you will reflect on your moral and emotional lives that you lead and choose to lead. I urge you to consider how we connect with each other, how we connect with the world around us, the things that we sense, the things that we believe in and might not have evidence of in our daily lives. For example, when I was crafting this conversation with you this morning, a while ago, you weren't with me. You weren't physically with me, but I was carrying you with me, and I sensed you, individually and collectively, as a source of inspiration. You, Panthers, you nourish my mind, you nourish my soul, and you absolutely nourish my spirit. It's a privilege to be here with you, gathering in person in our Lewis Theater. We're going to enjoy, as Ms. Egan said, the sights and sounds of our collective community, the impact of spoken word, the feelings from source traditions, maybe new to some of you, maybe the 10th year for some of you, with a little bit of time on the screen, perhaps, during a period in our world together. We are all going to be learning together, and as I said at convocation, the ing of learning means we might be adding to things every year. Just like a traditional Thanksgiving meal at my home, we welcome new people to the table if they have no place to be, or they would choose to be with us rather than others in their lives. Can't imagine why, but that has happened from time to time. We encourage them to share traditions. We've always done this as a family. 2 families of origin, Mr. Evans' family and my maiden name Bach. When we came together, maybe 26 years ago, I ran out of fingers. I literally had to keep counting. I've not always been with my family during Thanksgiving, and some of you all might not be with your families during Thanksgiving. In fact, when Coach Evans and I were first dating, the first thing he asked me to do when we were on our first date was to join his family for Thanksgiving dinner. No pressure. I lived in Atlanta at that time where he was working, and I was with his relatives and his family at the holiday table. It's interesting because here we are 26, I think, years later. I'm going to drive to meet my children, my husband, and sister-in-law for our holiday feast together at our home in Virginia. We now enjoy traditions that are combinations of the Bach family and of the Evans family, and my children are steadfast to things being the way they've always been in their mind when it comes to the Thanksgiving meal. I really try to outsource it every year because here I am working, And they insist that I zest, that I slice, that I baste, and do all those good and important things. And they will help me. They will help me. One tradition we have is to pick up litter in the area where we live, even if that's been on a school campus some years, to try to make the world a better place in some small way, because it feels so gluttonous to be doing so much for ourselves on that day. So we will be doing that together, no matter the weather. That's a personal Thanksgiving tradition, but the professional traditions that I've come to know from our school matter very much to me, and as such, we are building on them today. My career is a calling. It's a calling to serve, and without you all, my mind, my soul, and my spirit would not be fulfilled. Instead, you all are absolutely woven into my way of thinking, my way of behaving and feeling. When I'm at the grocery store, I put the cart back where it is at the beginning of my journey at the grocery, because I think, what if all of you all were watching Mrs. Evans? So I literally carry you with me each and every day to try and be a better version of myself. You inspire me, and for that, I want to simply say thank you. Thank you. Two words come together to signal an interdependence in our world. We pause, we express gratitude for the presence and the efforts of others in our lives. Thank you can be expressed with words, it can be expressed with actions, it can be expressed non-verbally. I wonder who the last person you thanked was. A volunteer from our community. Any old hand, you know me, I'm just gonna ask for a volunteer. Last person you thanked. What did you thank your dear mother for? Driving you everywhere. As a professional Uber driver of a mother, that is great, and that is gratitude, and I'm sure that she appreciated that. You cannot thank your caregivers or parents enough, and I'm sure they thank you as well. When we gather, we shall thank, we shall prepare, we shall celebrate traditions, we shall pause and express love. No matter what these upcoming days hold for you, expected or unexpected moments, I encourage you to pause. I encourage you to reflect. And I encourage you to give gratitude when you feel it. Just that moment when it's starting to express itself. Say it. If given gratitude, hold it. Cherish it. And say, thank you. If someone thanks you, you're welcome. It's funny how these words mean so much and we keep walking. Thank you, you're welcome. Pause and say them. Relish in them. So as you know, I'm imperfect. I've made multiple mistakes right here. I made them on the video. Lord knows Gigi makes mistakes every 5 seconds. Just like the girl in the book of mistakes, read a convocation. But nevertheless, I seek to grow excellence in community with you each and every day. And as such, I write thank you notes. Lots and lots of thank you notes with my very messy, mistake-laden handwriting. It helps me to pause and give notice and give gratitude, to feel the interdependence and hopefully to fuel the interdependence in our world. I believe when you receive gratitude, it inspires you to give gratitude, as we heard in the video. It inspires you to be more generous, more thoughtful, perhaps kinder. So many of you all have written me thank you notes. And for you, I am grateful and I keep them. Some are on my doors, some are on the hallways, some are in boxes. Any note I have received in my career, which is 28, 30 years old, something like that, I have kept. They are with me. They inspire and they fuel me. I am going to cherish them just as the ones that you have received might be cherished moments for you. The blessings in our lives and in our families should not be taken for granted. It feels good and right to pause and give thanks no matter what's happening in the greater world, and I hope that never goes out of style. They ensure the people with whom you speak practice the intention and acknowledge others. Thank you notes ensure that these individuals who you think highly of know that they matter to you. Never presume someone knows the impact they have on your life. I am confident that Mrs. Holton would be very glad that we are keeping the tradition of thank you alive. I'm going to use the privilege of my position again this year to ask us to pause, to reflect and express gratitude. The notes that we have this year are representative of our entire Panther community. Take a look at that card. This one Panther is filled with your individual paws and fingerprints. Collectively, we represent our community, acknowledging that we are stronger together than we are alone. This visually signifies and displays our interdependence. And your individual fingerprints, they are forever shaping our school. Long after you graduate, you will shape this institution. This year, I offer you a thank you note from me to model what it might sound like. And this year, it is from Gigi to you for Panthers. November 26, 2024. Perhaps that's on the top left of your thank you note. Dear Panthers, I know I'm not always confident around you. Kennedy, where are you? At first, I'm a bit shy, asked Kennedy. So I want you to know how much I love you and how grateful I am to be with you and share this connected community with you. I love seeing you in your Holton plaid, setting important goals, curious about what might happen next. I'm inspired by your behaviors, learning as you move all over this big campus, leaving toys and crumbs for me in surprising spaces, even if my mom doesn't think you should eat in the hallways or want me eating what I find on the floor. I think I've become a better Gigi with each and every pat that you give me, every scratch, every high-pitched Gigi as I walk down the hallway. Being with you helps me be my favorite Gigi. I love it here. When my family moved, I was confused. I did not know what was going to happen. I had to make sense of new smells, new sounds everywhere I went. My mom told me we were going somewhere very, very special. A school that was a home away from home for hundreds of girls and people able to do hard things who have fun doing so. Having fun doing hard things is what you've taught me. So now when Mom and Coach Evans ask me if I want to go to school, I can actually chase and catch my tail. I really can. Maybe she's shown you this trick. Maybe my mom has shown you. She videos me all the time, just like your parents probably do. When Mr. Hawkins and all of the security staff give me treats at the open door, I feel safe, I feel loved, I want to stay inside this open door forever. And my mom says that each Panther might be traveling this afternoon to visit family near or far. I sure hope you have safe travels. I hope I do as well. I'm sure it will be fun to see my other family members, but I can't wait to see Mrs. Handy when I get back. On my early walks and runs, she purposely walks out of the building in the pre-dawn hours under the moon's glow and congratulates me for my early fitness lesson. She makes me feel special and known. I know each one of you as a family, away from Holton, like I have a cat, a brother Gumbo, a big sister and a brother waiting at my home away from Holton. I think our world is really big. And there are so many things that I've never smelled, that I've never seen, that I've never done. But you've made my world even bigger. I want you to know that I am thankful for you. You bring me confidence to explore, to want to know and do different things. I'm getting less shy each and every day. After my mom reads this, I hope you'll take some deep belly breaths, like the ones I do with my mom when we cuddle on her bed at night. I hope you soak up this gathering. I don't have trucks on my sheets like Edwin. I have GG prints all over my sheets now. I hope when you leave this gathering that your minds, your souls, and spirits are nourished. My mom told me about this letter writing idea and said it would make me feel happy to express my thanks to you. It did. In fact, I'm jail-tasting happy right now. I love you, Holton-Arms. I thank you for helping me want to be my best Gigi self, like the girl in the beautiful mistake book. Every time I see you, your friendliness makes this place a home, and I am grateful to you as I am becoming, as I am learning, as I am growing, and I am making mistakes, trusting and thanking. Love, Gigi, your Panther Pup. Thank you for including me in that. I wanted her to stay. My children insisted she come home, so if you're upset about that, talk to my kids. Maybe they'll talk to you. Just as Miss Holton shared over 100 years ago, her high hope is that they who enter through the open door of Holton-Arms remember that they felt in the friendliness of a home, the urge to learn, and the joy of overcoming obstacles as the happiest and the fullest of lives. Maybe you understand that Gigi is a student and that she's a teacher. for she's a giver and a receiver of gratitude, meant to inspire and offer a very easy way to connect. I now offer you all an opportunity to craft a note. Perhaps you'll do it now, perhaps you'll do it later. We will listen to some music and take time to craft this. If it's for someone in our community, we can help make sure that you give it to them, and we will give instructions for that. Faculty and staff will collect these for you. If it's for someone outside of our school community and you need their address, maybe your mother, father, parents, caregivers, grands, aunts, siblings, friends can help you with their address, I would recommend that you begin with Dear, capital D, the name of the person in a comma, the date at the top, November 26, 2024, and end with love, sincerely, warmly, with gratitude, and sign your name. If not moved to write something right now or ever, that's okay. Just take a few minutes with deep breaths. Thank you very much. Please enjoy the music and take time to craft a note.
thing for us to do for our mind, soul, and spirit, to be able to give thanks. So now we're going to have the chance to hear from our lower and upper school choruses singing a Navajo prayer, Now I Walk in You. Expressions of gratitude this morning. Our first expression of gratitude comes from 6th grader Helena Miller, class of 2031.
Thanksgiving is going to mean
support Children's Hospital. As I jog past the Capitol, I see kids in wheelchairs being pushed by the families, doctors running alongside their patients, and teams of people in brightly colored shirts, each with stories of a child or friend who received life-saving care at Children's. Every year since I was born, my family has worn those pink shirts and run this race to show our gratitude. I don't remember the early years when they pushed me to stroller, but I see the pictures of me and my family. Through the years, tons of my friends have joined me too. I can't tell you how much it means to me that they get up early on a Saturday to run with me. But running this race 13 years in a row has taught me something bigger than just being thankful for my family, my mate, or my amazing friends. When I run that race and see so many kids who had such bigger challenges, and I see them all smiling and happy, I learned that gratitude is a mindset. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you for the good stuff. It's about choosing to see the good even when things are tough. Like when I come to school exhausted, I don't understand what's going on in Spanish, or I'm bummed about not getting up playing time basketball. I could dwell on those things and feel bad, but when I choose gratitude, like the kids at the race do, I feel better. When I focus on my friends who make me laugh the second I get into school, my teachers who go out of the way to help me, and how much I love basketball, I feel better. When I'm having hard days, I sometimes think about the race, and all of the kids who choose to be grateful and joyful, even when some of their basic life experiences are possibly hard. If they can choose to find joy, so can I. In past years, I see this one girl in particular who couldn't walk and had thick pink glasses. I imagine those pink glasses as having lenses that only see the good. When she looks out at them, she doesn't just see how hard some things are for her. She sees the joy, her family surrounding her, the happy music playing around her, the positive energy, and the fun. So on my hard days, I imagine, looking through the pink glasses just like hers, I see the good everywhere, rather than seeing the hard. When I make mistakes, as we all do, I also think about putting on those pink glasses so I can see how that mistake will teach me something that will help me later. Gratitude is like wearing pink glasses. It changes everything. So this Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for my friends, my family, my teachers, the sports that I play, the coaches who help me learn, my dog, my home, the doctors who keep me healthy, and everyone else who supports me. I hope this Thanksgiving that everyone here tries the pink glasses too. Let's choose to see the joy, the beauty in our mistakes, and the good in our life because there's so much of it. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
And finally, let's hear a gratitude reflection from 12th grader Mia Jenny.
Hi, good morning. Did you know that baby geese learn to swim within 1 day of birth? One weekend, while walking in Great Falls Park, I spotted a goose. It was perched on a rock right next to an aggressively rushing waterfall. I looked closer and saw that the goose had brought its young to the rock as well. As I watched, the mother goose made a brave move and flapped into the water, and to my horror, her little chicks followed her into the dangerous rapids. I was certain the chicks' small bodies would be carried away from their mother, but they adapted to the harsh conditions and made it to the other side. The summer before 9th grade, I developed an autoimmune disease, preventing me from participating in school and interacting with my peers. Like a rushing waterfall, it submerged my entire life. I could barely speak. 9th grade felt like being a baby goose who had jumped into the dangerous water. Like the baby geese, I refused to give up on myself. I adapted and I persevered. Looking back, I feel gratitude towards my advisors and teachers at Holton for their support. Throughout my 10 years at Holton, the faculty have consistently cared for me and my classmates, watching over each of us as individuals as we navigated the rushing waters of growing up. In addition to helping me when I was at a low point, they have celebrated each of my triumphs, which has meant so much to me. At Thanksgiving time, I cannot help but reflect on how grateful I am to return home to my mom after school, who always makes sure I'm feeling okay, reminds me of my potential, and loves me. When I was sick in 9th grade, my mother gave me her hope and reassurance. Once I was strong again, my mother celebrated my strengths and challenged me to be my best self. So as I sit down this year for Thanksgiving dinner with my mom, stepdad, and stepbrother, to enjoy a fusion of Ghanaian dishes and traditional American dishes. We will name our blessings through a prayer, and I will be especially grateful for the family that has loved me, the friends who have swam alongside me, and the faculty who have cheered me on as I adapted and made it to the other side. Thank you.
Special reflections. So next I'm going to introduce somebody who's been known to this community for a very long time, Mr. Bob Tupper. And as I'm introducing you, I would invite you and your community band to take your places on the stage up here while I share a little bit of your story with our whole community. So Mr. Tupper, he taught full-time at Holton-Arms for 51 years, which I think you went through the record. I think it was 50 and you said one more. He has held many roles in the school. He has served as a teacher in the history department. He was chair of the history department at some point. He has coached its academic. He and his wife Ellie have a daughter, Lori Tupper, class of 2004. Mr. Tupper has been singing All the Good People at the Thanksgiving Assembly with his own Holton-specific lyrics for as long as anyone can remember. I think most would say that it started sometime during the tenure of Jim Lewis, after whom this theater is named. So that takes us back to at least the early 70s that we've been doing this Thanksgiving Assembly. He continues, Mr. Tupper, that as you know, he continues to sub. Some of you have seen him around campus. He continues to coach its academic to this day. And over time, he has built up this community band, as they call it, and it's this melting pot, a wonderful melting pot of volunteers and friends. They might be teachers, they could be students, former teachers, alumni, who accompany him as he sings the lyrics that he has made specially just for us. So he and his talented team of musicians today are going to lead us with their rendition of All the Good People, with his very specialized lyrics for just today. And he encourages all of us to sing along to the chorus, which goes like this. It says, "This is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people, the people I'm thanking my stars for tonight." So Mr. Tupper, the community band, take it away.
It's really great to get back to this. The official name, I guess, the school gives us is the community band. We've always named ourselves. I've sort of been the designee of what is it going to be this year. And I've always named it after that mighty flow of water that courses through our canyon that is actually called Blues Creek on the map. It's Fisherman's Creek or something like that because it runs through like 4 schools. I want a Blues Creek going through 4 schools. That's what it is. So we started with the Blues Creek regulars and then the Blues Creek survivors, and actually took it on the road and did a festival one year. But this year we got some people back. I know your faculty members, but on my right is Dr. Lori Tupper, class of 04. And on my left is Stephen Cutts, who taught history here for many years. So we're calling it the Blues Creek Reunion. That song, I think it's maybe not as old as the Jim Lewis days, but I know it's at least 25 years old. Picked it up in the folk festival in Norfolk, Virginia, and then modified it. But it's worked well for a few years.
This is a song for all the good people.
This is a song for the students and teachers who give to each other as heroes unsung. In class and on fields and stages, my friends of all ages shared tears and laughter, keep my heart young. This is a song for all the good people, all the good people who made up my life. This is a song for all the good people, people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. This is a song for our super spies 25. Charismatic and kind, we will miss you, no doubt. But some consolation when we look and don't see you. Did you really graduate or just not sign out? This is a song for all the good people, all the good people who made up my life. This is a song for all the good people, people I'm thanking my stars for tonight.
Thank you. Thank all of you, each and every one of you, for the contributions that you brought to our community gathering today. As you head into your Thanksgivings, no matter what that symbol and tradition might mean in your life, I wish you peace. I wish you health. I wish you love and an abundance of opportunities to share your gratitude with those in your communities near and far. I look forward to seeing you next week. And as you go into this vacation and holiday season, please carry this spirit of our school and gratitude for this place and these people for whom I thank my stars tonight with you. Feel connected, and may the purpose guide you in growing excellence and build bridges to connect with the greater good and grow the good. May your hearts, may your minds, may your souls and spirits be filled with gratitude. And it is a pleasure to point out that my thank you note would be written to Ms. Egan for everything she does to lift up this community as one of our newest planners. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my fearless co-pilot, and she has an abundance of messy notes for me, but this one I'm going to take time to write my handwriting neatly just for her.